In 2026, some of the biggest companies on Earth did the same thing at almost the same time. Oracle cut 21,000 jobs. Meta cut 8,000. PayPal, Coinbase, Atlassian, Robinhood, thousands more, and almost every one of them pointed at the same reason: artificial intelligence. It looked like the future arriving on schedule. Then the results came in, and the numbers told a very different story. Here's what nobody put in the press release. This year, Gartner studied 350 companies, each doing over $1 billion in revenue, all of them deploying AI. Around 80% had cut staff because of it. And when researchers checked who actually made more money, the companies that fired people were no more likely to see real returns than the ones that didn't. Cutting humans for AI didn't improve the business. So why did everyone do it, and what are the companies that got it right doing differently? That's what this is about. To understand the mistake, you have to understand the temptation. When a CEO spends hundreds of millions on AI, the board asks one question: where's the return? The fastest way to show a number is a layoff. Cut 1,000 salaries, and the savings hit the spreadsheet. Next quarter. As Gartner's Helen Poitevin put it, many CEOs turn to layoffs to demonstrate quick AI returns. And that instinct, she said, is misplaced. Because a saved salary looks like value. It isn't the same as creating it. The clearest example started 2 years earlier, with a company that did everything the playbook said. Klarna, the Swedish payments giant, launched an AI assistant built with OpenAI. Within a month it was handling 2/3 of customer service chats, work the company said was equivalent to 700 full-time agents, on track to improve profit by around $40 million. Hear that number precisely, an equivalent workload. Not 700 people walked out of a building, a volume of work the size of 700 agents, absorbed by software. It became the poster child for AI replacing humans. And then, a year later, Klarna's own CEO admitted they'd leaned on AI too hard and started expanding human support again. Now be careful here, because the internet got this wrong too. Klarna did not rip out its AI. The automation kept handling the routine volume. That never stopped. What changed is that Klarna added human help back for the cases that actually needed a person. The strategy didn't reverse. It evolved into a hybrid. And that word, hybrid, is the whole story. Klarna paid, in public, to find exactly where the machine stops and a person has to start. By 2026, that lesson should have been obvious. Instead, the opposite happened, at scale. Oracle disclosed 21,000 roles, gone, around 13% of its workforce, while pouring billions into AI data centers. Meta cut 8,000 and moved the money toward AI. PayPal trimmed roughly 1/5 of its people. The language was almost identical every time. Frontier technology, efficiency, AI-driven. From the outside it looked like conviction. From the inside, a lot of it was theater. A way to show the board a fast, clean number. And then something quiet started happening. By the middle of 2026, outlets from Forbes to CNBC were reporting the same strange pattern. Companies that had cut workers for AI were trying to hire some of them back. Customer service roles that were eliminated got quietly reopened. The AI could handle the easy 80%, but the hard 20%, the angry customer, the edge case, the judgment call, still needed a human. And rehiring that person, after you've burned the institutional knowledge and the trust, costs far more than never firing them. This is what the Gartner data was really saying. Workforce reductions, in Poitvin's words, may create budget room, but they do not create return. The companies that actually improved their results weren't the ones that eliminated people. They were the ones that amplified them, that put AI next to skilled workers, and let each do what they're good at. The machine handles volume and speed. The human handles judgment, exceptions, and relationships. Cut the human, and you don't get a leaner business. You get a faster way to make the same decision badly. So if you run a business, here's the part that matters. The winners in 2026 aren't asking which jobs they can delete. They're asking which tasks they can hand off. Automate the repetitive, high-volume, low-judgment work first. The ticket triage, the first draft, the data entry, the routing. Keep humans on the exceptions and the relationships. And design the handoff between them deliberately, before you touch headcount. Machine for volume, human for judgment. That's the system that's pulling ahead. So were the layoffs the future? Not the way it looked. The AI was real. The savings were real. But the story that you could simply subtract the humans and keep the output, that turned out to be a very expensive myth. The future isn't a company with no people. It's a company where people and machines are aimed at the things each does best. The question was never how many people you can replace. It was where the line belongs. And the companies that draw it deliberately are the ones that win. If you're figuring out where that line belongs in your own business, that's a system worth getting right the first time. Subscribe, and we'll keep breaking down what's actually working and what's quietly failing in AI and automation without the hype.